I cooked 100 years of airplane food. Airplane food.
Today, we're gonna be recreating and tasting 100 years of airplane food.
Did I just see lobster tail? Hold up, is airplane food better than school food? Because when I was on the airplane, it was worse than school food. Hey, I'm live on Twitch every single Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Link is in the description. I better see you there.
Did this entire plane just for this video. Starting off with 19.
A cookie.
This is the airline food that I got because we didn't have options. Like, we had like 3 separate options. It was ham sandwich, turkey sandwich, get thrown off the plane.
All right, here's the food from 1910. I brought my friend Kareem to taste test all the decades.
Abdul-Jabbar?
And we're gonna rate this 1 plane out of 5.
He's not
planes.
dark
Okay,
enough.
let's take a bite.
Let's take a bite.
Not bad. The flights weren't that long, so people would bring sandwiches.
That's
just to
2
keep them
planes.
over.
I
be
give
happy
that a
with
2
this.
plane out of 10.
So, I mean, it's a basic sandwich, but honestly, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a classic.
And I don't know why they brought fresh fruits, but
No.
I'll be happy.
I'd be
That's
happy
like a
today,
2
too.
plane out of 10.
And of course they had a cookie, which is a cookie. We all know what it tastes like. You know, I mean, for it being like one of the early flights and people bringing like a simple sandwich on board. It's not
3
bad. I mean,
planes?
I rate this a 2.5 planes out of
Yeah,
5.
that's a 2
Really,
10.
low-key,
That's a
I
2
thought it was
plan.
pretty gas. It was pretty simple. I'd give it a 3 out of 5 planes.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, let's go see what 1920 has for us.
I
We're
saw a
now in the
lobster tail.
1920s.
You know, and when a nigga see chicken, this is an automatic 3 planes. They can't go lower than 3.
Chicken, a fruit cocktail, a chocolate bar, and hot tea.
Never mind. This is about a 2. This is a 2. Cold chicken tenders, bro.
made
Don't
it to the 19
well me, bro. Everyone likes chicken tenders. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what? Y'all know what picky eaters' go-to meal are? Doesn't matter if they white, black, Asian, or they could be an alien, right? The go-to meal when they're picky is chicken tenders and fries. So don't come at me about well.
1920s, and they had cold fried chicken. It had to be cold because they had nothing on board to heat it up. Cheers.
They don't just get my chicken until it's warm.
Bro. Gas.
Well, listen, it's the 1920s. Like I said, this is when cabin crew was around to serve people. So this would definitely distract me from all that plane noise and turbulence, scariness during the 1920s.
It's fire.
They also served up some chocolate as dessert.
The dark chocolate is fire, though. Bro, the dark chocolate is so good. It's my favorite chocolate.
No, so
No, it's good, dude. I actually really like this.
Dark
meal.
chocolate?
I mean,
If it's not milk, keep it away from me, buddy. Okay. Okay. If it's not milk, it can stay over there. The fuck?
the fruit cocktail, I think it's a little bit too much on the sugar. Like you already have a dessert and then they give you the fruit cocktail. It's a little sweet for me.
Let's have a little sip of tea.
The tea is a nice beverage.
That
to
is
have.
not
I mean, this
tea.
the
That is
20s. I know this is
100%
cold, but I
piss
rate
water, bro. What tea do y'all get that looks like this?
this dish a 3 planes out of 5.
3 planes out of 5.
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
mid, pretty
yeah.
mid. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5 because
Oh.
it's fried chicken, my boy, and you already know me.
It's
I
a
love
2.
me some good fried chicken, so.
So let's hop into 1930.
Y'all said it
where
was
food
cold
gets a-
and that's dark chocolate. It has to be a 2. If the chicken was warm, it'd be a 3. But y'all want me to eat this cold chicken, piss water mixed with dark chocolate.
little bit
Nigga,
better.
give
We're
me
now
a
in the
Reese's cup.
1930s, where Disney introduced Mickey Mouse. Plane tickets cost about $75, and
And black people were still being. Never mind. Let's,
This is
my
what
fault.
airplanes look like.
In the 1930s, airlines were still serving up cold meals, but some airlines started experimenting with more advanced dining experiences like an elaborate lounge, and that provided more room for passengers to move around and mingle. Can you just imagine being in a lounge on a plane?
Okay,
in the
now I'm horny.
1930s, airline food was cold roasted chicken, vegetable salad, a bread roll, vanilla pudding, and milk.
All right, this
That's
is
a
what
three,
they had
though.
in the 1930s.
That's still a three,
the
though.
chicken was still cold because they didn't have anything on board to heat it up. All right, here I go, one bite.
That's still a 3 for me. That's a 3. That's 3 planes.
Ah, they're doing it to us a little bit. Simple,
know.
boring salad, you know.
I like the 1920s where we had fried chicken, you know? So let's go ahead and try our cold rotisserie chicken.
This nigga's allergic to health, bro. The last video we watched, anything that was like a nice, healthy, nutritious thing, he rated it horribly. I just don't think he likes health. Like, golly.
Chicken.
I'm not looking forward to this. Oh,
was
bro,
rough.
it's so cold. It's slimy too.
Cheers.
It's a 3.
It's like cold roasted chicken. It's kind of slimy.
But like, think about it. In the 1930s, they didn't really know.
What you mean? They have taste buds.
And then they,
Were we allowed on planes in the 1930s? Did we have access to plane tickets? I don't know.
they gave like a piece of bread, which is like boring.
But you know what's interesting? I think even just the concept of airfare was so new at this time. So
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting because like now they're giving food, so people were probably like pretty excited, honestly.
Definitely. And they also gave like vanilla pudding.
And like you gotta assume like bro, the richest people were flying. It wasn't like
Right.
any, you know, it was like the richest people.
So
yeah,
they didn't even
like-
care about the food because it was like a status at the time. You're right.
Yeah, bro.
So the 1930s, I'm gonna rate this food a 1 out of 5 planes.
1 out of 5.
I told you. Anything healthy. He just like, no. That's not for me. Can't do that.
Yeah.
Bro, that's brutal.
Yeah.
That's a
this
3,
whole
bro.
plate is just kind of boring to me. I don't know.
What do you mean boring? You know what? -1 is the correct answer. Y'all see a salad and y'all get so off put, bro. Y'all see a salad and it just throws y'all whole game
Boring
off.
to me too, but at the same time, I feel like I'm getting like healthy food out of this. I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Thank you.
I wouldn't be mad at this.
Thank you.
I guess. Well, let's go into 1940 and
I
see
like
what's
dude
any
on the
better.
right.
This is the beginning of World War II. A plane ticket
He
cost
tastes
about
he tastes with his taste buds and his brain.
$95, and this is what planes look like.
The 1940s was the end of cold food and the introduction of heating elements like a microwave. During this decade, airline cabins
is
were
that?
now pressurized, which meant they could fly in higher altitudes and way longer distances.
What the hell is
And
that?
Because of that, airlines were now offering way more amenities than ever before. So in the 1940s, airline food was frozen meals, usually meat, mashed potatoes and vegetables, a cookie, and hot tea.
I'm not excited
keep
about
that.
trying this out.
You can
but I
keep
guess-
that.
What is this? This looks like slop.
Yeah, look at
Y'all
that.
can keep that. That looked like a 1. No.
Listen, I think they were just excited because they're like, we could finally have hot food on the plane.
It has this weird like bouncy texture. Like
Like
it feels
salmon?
like I'm literally eating a flip flop. Like
Yeah,
I
like
try the-
yeah,
okay,
like
you wanna
see,
try
or
this
like a
one?
dumpling. Oh my god, I hate. I think it's roasted dumplings. Oh, their texture is just so slimy.
corn, yeah. Corn is corn.
Yeah, they nailed it on that one.
Corn is corn.
And then let's try their dessert because it would all come in one pack anyway. So
All right, go. What is that? Like an apple dessert?
apple dessert, yeah. It's not bad. The apples really feel like
Yeah, it's
no
weird.
texture.
It's soft.
Listen, if anything, I'm happy that they at least included a chocolate chip cookie and
Oh,
some tea.
we know.
I think I would just stick to those if I was on the plane.
See, this is really saving the day right here, honestly. 'cause
definitely
without
saved-
that and that, without the corn, bro, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, I know my number. We're gonna say it at the same time.
Let's say it at the same time.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Ah! I didn't know we could do 0. All right, yeah, so 0.
I would've
That's a 0
probably
planer.
just left
That
the
is
air.
definitely a
I would
0
have
planer.
honestly parachuted down at this point.
I would
and,
have
like, I
parachuted
think-
down. and
100% a
left. Just
zero
hop over to
planer.
1950 and see what that was all about.
I really hope they give us a better like experience. I really hope they go on.
We're now in the 1950s. I Love Lucy just debuted. A plane ticket is about $105, and this is what planes look like.
In the 1950s, planes had full-blown kitchens on board. So
Yeah.
the meals actually got way more interesting.
They had full-blown meals, full-blown kitchens on planes in 1950s. Why the hell did I get a cold sandwich on my plane in 2023? My sandwich was not warm. The fuck are y'all doing, buddy? Huh? They had this in the 50s. I don't get it. What was I given? Is this why? Is this why y'all couldn't heat my ham sandwich? Huh?
Interesting and complex. In this decade, air travel became way more accessible to the general public, and airlines saw an increased number in passengers. And that led to even more amenities like alcohol being served on the plane. So in the 1950s, airline food was pasta, a charcuterie plate, ice cream, and alcohol.
1950s.
This is not hell nah. I'm not. The pasta cool, but the pasta look weak as hell. That pasta looked like it was made by a fisherman, bro. What?
Looks absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Cheers. Cheers.
Okay, am I tweaking? That pasta look amazing, y'all chat. Am I the tweaker? Am I the one tweaking? The ice cream was hit. I don't like ice cream.
I mean, I'm happy.
It looks ass. That's what I'm saying. It looks weak as hell.
And I get some pasta like that.
It's so creamy and delicious, and they also gave us the charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board. Let's
They
go
gave
ahead.
That's
us a single
salami?
Go ahead
charcuterie
and
board.
give this a try.
Oh, we gotta do one cheese, one salami here.
I don't
Let's
even
roll it up.
salami. I don't even know. I don't know how salami tastes like.
You can't beat this decade right
You
here.
really can't beat this
You can't
decade.
beat this decade.
I'm having a great time on the plane.
And I
wish
don't
the
like- yeah, I
plane
don't
ride
drink
would
alcohol
last
either.
forever because we got some whiskey here.
I don't know about all that, but
So we have this garbage ass drink. We have this weak looking pasta, salami. Lord knows how that tastes, and ice cream. This is weak.
Oh,
for
I
me.
hate whiskey. Oh.
I'm sure how a real man does it. Exquisite. That's some ice cream right here?
And then we got some ice cream to just finish everything off.
It ain't that bad.
Oh yeah.
I'm loving this decade.
This pasta looks like KFC macaroni and cheese. Well, like dead ass. That looks like KFC macaroni and cheese. So it's not horrible. Like if I'm really hungry, I'll eat it. But if the rest of the meal fills me up, I am not eating the macaroni and cheese.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm ready to go ahead and give this decade a 5 planes.
Chill out. Number one. This is getting a 4 out of 5 for me. 4 planes.
All right, let's go into the 1960s.
That
and
was
hope
another
this guy
one.
gives it a 5-star.
That was another one for
1960s,
me.
We're now in the hippie movement. A plane ticket costs about $120, and this is what airplanes look like.
In the 1960s, airline food got even better. Some airlines even hired some professional chefs to be on board and prepare the meals. Not only did airlines have a wide variety
I wasn't even offered steak. What type of planes do I have to take to get steak? What are these planes? Because I don't think these are normal airlines. I don't think this is Delta, right? Or am I taking the wrong Delta flights?
of meats like steaks and turkey, but they also served cigarettes with your meal. And yes, you were allowed to smoke cigarettes on planes in this decade. So in the 1960s, airline food was steak, carrots and asparagus, pastries, milk, and a cigarette.
Dude, this looks
That cigarette kills the whole meal. That's a 0 out of 10. That's a 0 out of 5.
phenomenal.
One thing I want to point out
This is
is
0
that
out of 5.
Every meal was served with a cigarette. Because
Get out of there. Get
That makes it a
no,
0 out of
no,
5.
they served it on the
Because
plane.
it's not just the fact that if you don't want to smoke, you don't want to smoke it. That means everyone else around you smoking it though. So you are eating steak with a nose full of cigarettes. Ain't no one trying to eat like that.
So
Oh my god, this steak looks absolutely incredible.
amazing. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers, buddy.
Um.
You fly here often?
This is absolutely fire. I mean,
Asparagus and carrots.
I'm
I'm sorry, it complements it perfectly.
Yeah, this is the perfect meal for when you're flying. I would be absolutely happy. And a little bit of pastry on the side. Let's give that a shot.
Incredible.
I mean,
We gotta wash it down with a little bit of milk, you know?
the milk was a weird option to
Get
put on
the if
side
we get
with
the
steak.
cigarette out the way, I'll give it like a 2.5. I'm not big on steak. Like I think steak might be one of the most overrated foods of all time. I do not. I don't ever taste steak and I'm like, oh, I want some more. I taste steak and I'm like, okay. All right, like I'm never begging for more steak. I don't know.
But
What you mean with the pastry, bro?
you think?
What the hell do you
So
like?
you-
I don't dislike steak. I don't think steak is just not a food. Like there's certain foods that you eat and you're like, okay, I can eat this. And then there's foods that are like, oh, I'm craving more of it, right? If I'm eating lobster, I'm like, oh my God, I want more. I don't get that feeling with steak.
They weren't worried about the steak. I mean, if I gave the last decade
Same with
of
crab.
5 planes, I'm gonna give this decade of 5 planes because it's absolutely amazing.
Is this gonna get the 5 for me? It gets a 5 planes. Let's go!
All right, let's go
go.
into the 70s and see if it's any better. We made
It depends
to
on
the
how well it
1970s.
made. I really need to chase the difference between a low class and a high class steak to see if it's really that big of a difference.
The Beatles just broke up. A plane ticket costs about $150, and this is what planes look like.
The 1970s was the peak of
See,
airline foods.
now
I mean,
this-
they were serving
this-
lobsters on board.
this
This was also
is
the
a five.
decade where they introduced snack service in between meals
This
to keep passengers
is a
happy.
five.
The 70s had
Okay.
elegant and beautiful lounges
Yes.
and even a piano bar on the plane.
Yes.
So in the 1970s, airline food was lobster,
I thought that was diarrhea.
rice, chocolate pudding, peanuts, and soda.
If change the peanuts to cashews, okay, I'm nutting. You change those nuts to cashews and I'm nutting. Lobster's overrated. It's better than fucking steak.
1970, it actually looks amazing. They actually had
Ribs are another one. Ribs, if I eat ribs and I'm like, oh my God, I need some more. Right? Ribs, I'm like, oh fuck. I don't get that with steak.
chefs on board on the plane. Let's go ahead and dig
This is
in.
the five.
Eating lobster tonight.
I mean, you can't really go
My
wrong
boy.
with lobster.
My boy.
And they serve that up with some rice. Complements the lobster
Wait.
pretty well.
I'm definitely putting the lobster on the rice.
Don't
That
stop
lobster
moaning.
and
Who
rice has the
moaned?
perfect combo
Bro,
to
it's
it.
so good.
And they served it up with some
Who
like
moaned?
chocolate pudding, which I don't know how it goes really well with lobster, but
And the peanuts too. The peanuts go crazy.
not bad. To be honest with you, this meal for me, it's not the best, but it's pretty good for airplane food. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 3.5 planes out of 5.
3.5 planes out of 5.
Yeah, I'm not a lobster guy really, you know?
Bro, it's
No.
crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and
Of
give
course.
this a 4 out of 5 because, bro, I'm eating lobster and rice with a pudding and peanuts, bro. Are you
Fair
kidding
enough,
me?
fair enough.
I'm living lavish in the skies, bro. I wish they served this today.
They can't. It's impossible. But let's go ahead and see what the 80s has for us. 1980s,
Why is it impossible?
where waterbeds were super popular. A plane ticket costs around $200, and this is what a
I always wanted to bounce on a waterbed, but apparently bouncing on the waterbed is probably the worst thing to do.
plane looked like.
In the 1980s, air travel was in high demand, which meant
What?
airlines were trying to
Spaghetti?
find ways to cut costs. One airline CEO saved the company $40,000 a year by removing a single olive from their meals. Due to higher demands and cost-cutting measures, dining on airlines became less glamorous and the food was really basic. So in the 1980s, airline food was plain spaghetti, vegetables, brownies.
0. I hate pretzels. Oh my God, pretzels are disgusting. Oh my goodness. And the breath they give you afterwards. Oh my God.
Pretzels.
I just got PTSD from every pretzel head that used to be at school. Oh, do you have some pretzels? I give me some pretzels. No, pretzels are ass.
And a soda.
Quality of food
The only
was
thing
starting
good on this plate, okay, you have the mixed veggies, whatever, is the brownies.
to decrease
Or
here
muffins
because
or
of
whatever.
budget.
I used to have a pack of those almost every day for lunch. I forgot what they were called, but I used to tear those boys up, baby.
Cuts. So this, I'm not excited for this one, but let's give it a shot.
It's still a
happened,
1 out of 10.
Yeah.
That is
It's
that is
so good.
Bon
ridiculous.
appetit.
Bon appetit.
That is ridiculous. Pretzels are goated. You're one of the people that need to be banned.
I mean,
How we go from having lobster to this?
it's so underwhelming.
Little bites,
Like,
yes.
You have just plain veggies. I mean, get me off that plane.
A pretzel?
Yeah. They switched it from peanuts to pretzels because of the peanut allergy. So,
So you can tell something happened. Something must have shifted. I don't know.
and the only
peanut-
thing I would be looking forward to.
The peanut allergists caused a whole plane shift. If you're allergic to peanuts, don't get any. Why y'all ruin it for everyone else for?
There's always the desserts, brownies.
A brownie, easy
I'll take
brownie.
them.
Brownie,
Delicious.
brownie, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good. Struggle meal right here.
But I'm gonna go ahead and rate this decade a 1 plane out of 5.
1 plane out of 5?
Yeah. It's so underwhelming.
You know what? I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 5 too. I was really underwhelmed. It's just carb heavy, some veggies. I'm just not that impressed by this.
Yeah, this is what happens when you try to save money. Well, let's hope the 90s get just a tad bit better.
I really hope so.
Let's find out.
We made it to
Lobster
my
is killing the
favorite
game right
decade,
now.
1990, where NSYNC was formed. A plane ticket cost $245, and this
NSYNC. Can we talk about MJ's back-to-back three-peat? Huh? Let's talk about Tupac. Biggie? No, I'm just saying. Jerry Rice? I'm just saying what we're all thinking. Like, fuck NSYNC.
this is what planes look like.
In the 1990s, airlines saw a significant
Deion Sanders? My fault.
increase in customers, which meant they had to serve all the food in a timely fashion. And they would actually serve McDonald's to save on cooking and reheating time. So in the 1990s, airline food was McDonald's cheeseburger, McDonald's fries, applesauce, raisins, and a McDonald's milk.
This pisses me off because we went from lobster to this. That just pissed me off.
Yes, they did have fast food on airplanes. And
It's
if
not
you guys
horrible.
remember in the school
I
lunch
give it
videos
like- I
in the
still give it a
90s,
2.5.
also, my school was
But
serving
we had
McDonald's as well,
lobster, bro.
Crazy.
so- Yeah, cheers.
They gave y'all
You
raisins.
never go wrong with a McDonald's cheeseburger.
This is what America was built on right here.
And we got some French fries from McDonald's, so
Easy money.
this decade is lacking on the dessert though, because we have applesauce here, kind of boring. kinda
Applesauce,
lame.
I don't eat apples. I don't like apple juice. Applesauce though.
But
I'm not
you know,
mad
and
at
the
it.
snack that they served at the time were raisins, and I actually really hate raisins. It's my least favorite snack ever.
I like raisins. They're all right. They're
Yeah.
pretty cute. Hey, so Pat, what would you rate this?
Well, since McDonald's is one of my favorite fast foods,
2.5.
I give this a 5 planes out of 5. Absolute favorite decade so far.
If I was on a plane and I got McDonald's,
You need to be studied. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, you need to be studied. You need to be studied. Better than lobster, you need to be studied, bro. We need to set you in a lab for about 37 days, 12 hours, and 16 seconds. We need to, oh my lord.
I'd be over the moon. So this gets a 5 out of 5 for me. Let's
You need to be sat in a lab for 36 days, 12 hours, and about 17 seconds. This is ridiculous.
Let's
go.
hop into the next decade.
The 2000s, where video games saw a rise in popularity. A plane ticket cost about $350, and a plane looked like this.
The 2000s was actually a somber decade because of 9/11. There was an increase in security, which changed how food would be served on planes. No more metal utensils, only plastic. There was limited food choice to minimize potential security risks, and all the meals had to be pre-packed before they board the plane. So in the 2000s, airline food was grilled chicken, mashed potatoes, vegetables, chocolate mousse, and soda.
Chocolate
Made it to the
mousse?
2000s. Like I said, this is a little bit of a somber decade.
not that
This is
bad.
when 9/11 happened.
It's not horrible.
And
It's not horrible.
restrictions on food got even higher. Things had to be really basic at the time. Just security was at an all-time high. So
Yeah.
let's give it a shot.
Good.
It's a type of cake. I give it a 3.
Can't be mad at that.
Good
That's a
protein.
3.
Great protein.
Great if you hit the gym or something, you know?
A little boring, but again, like you guys have to think about it. A lot of people were afraid to fly at this decade because. So I don't think food was like.
Yo,
it was just like
anything that's not extra, just like extra over the top, is boring to him. It's hilarious.
Let's just get to our destination. You know, but listen, the touch that they gave was at least a chocolate mousse. Like they gave out chocolate mousse. I love chocolate mousse. So
I'm sure you do, man.
That in itself, I'm excited for.
I don't really care for chocolate mousse.
Wow.
I don't like creamy things in my mouth like that, you know?
Everything considered with this decade, I give this a rating of a 3 plane out of 5. Decent
Yeah.
meal, gets you fed,
3.
satisfies you.
I mean, I can see what you're saying, but in terms of how it tasted, this is a 2 out of 5 for me. I'm super bored.
I mean, you can't beat the 90s, you know?
You can't really beat the McDonald's, huh?
Yeah, you can. The 2 lobster tails. Or that's not. It's not even a conversation right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all blowing it. Y'all are 2-handing McDonald's right now. Ronald McDonald might break into y'all house and plug his internet in your butthole. Like, I need y'all to chill.
McDonald's. Now let's hop into our last decade and see what it's got.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Oh,
We've arrived to our
Lobster's not like that. I know you're not about to start a debate on what's better, lobster or a McDonald's burger. I know that's what we're not gonna do. So I think you should just stop it there.
decade, the 2010s, where Instagram was born. An average plane ticket cost about $450, and a plane looked like this.
In the 2010s, more airlines started accommodating for special dietary restrictions. The option for snacks improved due to the lack of taste in the meals. On-demand dining became more popular, and passengers didn't have to wait for set times to eat dinner. But that would also come
Did they just give y'all a sandwich of nothing?
at a premium price. So in the 2000s,
Yeah, what the fuck is I didn't have that. I never rode on a plane in the 2010s. Yeah, I would never rode the plane in the 2010s. So maybe
airline food was a vegetarian sandwich, yogurt, Biscoff cookies, and water.
chat, can y'all call the cap? Because I know a few of y'all rode planes in 2010s. This is not the food. I know for a fact they didn't do this in 2010s, chat. I need someone to confirm this for me. There's no way. There's no way they gave you a burger of nothing.
Finally
won't
made
believe
it to
it.
our last decade. So we're gonna go ahead and try our veggie sandwich.
Veggie sandwich. I'm so excited. Hey, the crunch though, that's a premium crunch.
Oh, I gotta say, I'm surprised.
That Loki slaps. That slaps.
That was super refreshing. It's very light. I can see myself liking this on the plane because then I'm not sitting there feeling heavy.
Yeah.
And then also the introduction of Biscoff cookies. If you guys fly frequently, you guys know these cookies. They're absolutely delicious.
These cookies are banging.
They're all right.
That
Y'all-
little cinnamon hit. Crazy.
Amazing, yeah.
Crazy.
Love that.
There's something, either my taste buds are fucked up or y'all taste buds are fucked up. I don't know who it is. I don't know who the problem is right now, but I'm leaning towards y'all because that's kind of
Side
crazy.
of yogurt
Yogurt's
and
delicious.
water. Like this is
It's simple. It's
it's
actually
very
pretty
simple.
good.
Can it be better? Can it be pizza? Yes, it can. But
Could have been pizza, but
I'm gonna go ahead and go right down the middle and give this
A 3.
a 2.5
Okay.
out of 5.
I get where you're coming from, but honestly, I'm giving this a 3.5 out of 5. And the reason for that is because if I'm a vegetarian right now, I'm over the moon. I'm getting
You're not. You're not. If I'm the, no, but that's an if, and you're not. You're a meat eater, buddy. So give it its 2 like it deserves.
Lotus cookies.
Yeah.
I'm getting yogurt. I'm getting a little like veggie sandwich. Like
Yeah.
it's easy.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
For sure.
Cool. And that was 100 years of airplane food. Let me know which one was your favorite decade.
Lobster tail. It goes lobster tail. It was one of the chicken ones, like one of the early on chickens, the one right after the fried chicken, then McDonald's, and then everything else was irrelevant.